What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, and we have got some really exciting news to bring to you today. We have got some amazing prizes for you to give away over the next 4 months. And first of all, though, I want to talk to you about memberships and how you can join and what it's all about. Sim, tell us more about these memberships.
So currently we have 2 tiers of membership live on the channel. We have the silver tier and we have the gold tier of memberships. What you get with the silver tier is you get shout outs, it's general support for the channel, and you get customized emojis. And for the gold tier, you get priority on our fan show, and you get entered into a prize draw at the end of every month. It will be drawn live on our last watch along on every month, and we have 3 tiers of prizes we're going to be giving away each month to all our gold members. So what can you tell us more about the prizes?
I mean, these prizes are really exciting. I'm going to go from bottom to top. The bottom prize, so that we'll be giving away 3 prizes, like my brother said, every month. The first one will be given away on the Antwerp watch along on the 29th of October. So the number 3 prize will be flags and programs, so you'll get drawn out at random. Number 3, so the first person to get called out will get a flag and a program. The second prize will be a We Are Tottenham TV t-shirt. No, not like this scrabby one that I'm wearing, but we have ordered some really nice new material, new colours. They are really nice, so keep your eye out for that. So the second prize will be a We Are Tottenham TV shirt, and the number 1 prize, Sim, the big boy prize for the next 4 months are signed shirts. So the first month we'll be giving away a signed t-shirt, last year's Tottenham Hotspur shirt by Toby Alderweireld. The next month we'll be giving away a signed shirt from the Champions League year of Ledley King and Graham Roberts. And the last 2 months, this one's really exciting, we have got 2 shirts sponsored by William Hill that is signed by the entire squad, the entire Tottenham Hotspur squad of last year on last year's shirt. So we've got 2 of those to give away for the last 2 months.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. You have to be a gold member to be eligible to win these prizes and to be entered into the draw at the end of every month. So to make sure that you're signed up, you need to scroll down to the join button, click join, and become a gold member today. Obviously, you also have priority on the fan cams, on the fan show as well, if you sign up to be a gold member, so you can beat the queues and have your say after. We do a fan show after every single game this season, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And we do fan shows throughout the season reacting to certain topics, so you get priority on that if you're a gold member. So make sure you scroll down and join.
Exactly. So I just want to say thank you so much to all of you out there for all the support. To be eligible to win this, all you need to do is scroll down, click join, and join our gold membership. Once again, thank you all for the support, for the continued support for all. I think it's been about 3 or 4 years we've been doing this.
Yeah,
now.
a long time.
I mean,
we want to give something back. So we're doing surprise draws. This is on top of the live watch along Harry Kane giveaway that we do for every single game. And all you have to do is be subscribed to win Spurs prizes for that. So we're just giving away prizes left, right, and centre, aren't we?
We are indeed. I mean, we love giving back to you. We appreciate all the support you've given us on all over the years. So look, thank you very much. Click join our gold membership, be eligible to win these great prizes. And yeah, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.
What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another post-match fan show. Look, what can I say? It wasn't a game for the neutral, but a great result nonetheless. Points at Turf Moor, always a great result. But just before we get into the fan show, we've only got a few days until the first draw, as you might have seen the video before. So get your gold chip so you can join that. So you can get signed shirt, signed Toby Alderweireld shirt. Let's get straight into it. We got my grandpa waiting. Bring him on. Grandpa.
There we go. Hi, Grandpa. Yeah.
Hi,
Grandpa. You all right?
I love that.
First of all, I want to thank all the fans for wishing me happy birthday. 525 people wish me happy birthday. It was absolutely incredible.
That's amazing.
Even though we lost 3 goals in the last minute on my birthday.
Well, at least they made it better for you.
Yeah. Can you hear?
Yeah,
we
can hear you. It's all
You
good.
keep cutting in and out.
Maybe the connection's a bit laggy.
Okay.
But what do you make of it today? There wasn't a performance. We ended up getting the 1-0 end.
Yeah, well, it was a game of games, wasn't it, really? It was a bad game, basically, for us, but we were up against a very, very strong defence.
Yeah.
But I thought in the first half, I thought Nembele Tanguli was the man of the match in the first half, by a long way. In the second half, we got better. We got better as it went on, with more determination. I think as soon as Soto and Lamela came on, they made a big difference. There was more go. But you have to give all the points to Kane. I mean, not just the assist. He was brilliant. He saved a goal, absolute certain goal. He saved. He was in defence, in attack, running. He wasn't running up front that much. He was staying back a bit, wasn't he? In the system they were playing. But it was a great goal. We won. It was our second clean sheet out of 10. 10 clean sheets up to now. We had 10 non-clean sheets.
Yeah,
2 clean sheets.
First one of the season, yeah.
And you just think about the players we had on the bench. There was another team on the bench. And it was, I think, a little bit of a shame that they didn't get more of a game. But probably they will on Thursday. But all in all, boring first half, much better second half.
How much do you give credit to Højbjerg today? Do you give credit to Højbjerg today?
That's what you asked me last time.
Yeah, but I'm asking again.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I think I did. I think he did well.
Also,
he held his own. Most of his passes were accurate.
I was going to say Toby Alderweireld coming back in after a few games.
Yeah, he was good, and I thought that they would take him off after he had that match in the head. But he carried on, and he played well. I thought Sissoko played well. I think Sissoko quite a good game. And I know that you didn't think Davis did, but I think Davis had quite a good game as well. I think Davis is getting stronger and stronger. But we missed Aurier. We missed somebody to get in those passes behind the back. Yeah. But we started to get them at the last quarter. And I couldn't understand Marino. I mean, he wasn't up there fighting and pushing. He was sitting back, looking angry all the time, which was a little bit strange for him. He's normally out there shouting, and when they're not.
It's just because it was a very frustrating game.
Yeah, it's true. He didn't really team up for it, did he?
Why make more of them a frustrating game? He should have been up there, tearing into them like he probably would have done. Anyway, it was a good game. We got our points. Now 5th in the league, so it looks good.
And how poor does it?
I think we've been some of the other.
Yeah.
The other results have helped us a lot.
All right.
Yeah, well, you've got lots of people waiting.
Yes, we do.
See you again on Thursday.
Yeah. Nice one. We'll see you again on Thursday.
Cheers, guys.
Good to see you. Lovely shirt as well. All right, nice one, Grandpa.
I need to check the audio, but just
one sec. We're just going to check the level. We've seen a few comments. Let me get, there was a new member, Matty, welcome to Gold. Thank you for your support. And we got Bedo James, welcome to Silver. Thank you very much for coming by. Keith D, super says, leading goal scorer, leading assister, the club that has scored the most goals. Come on, you guys. Absolutely true.
The audio's
huh?
The audio's messed up, so we're going to have to just go offline just literally for a minute and come in just to sort the audio issue.
Alright guys, so we're just going to try and fix this audio issue for you guys.
Right, we're back, people. Sorry about the problems, but I think we've sorted it out yet. Let us know in the comment section below if there are any issues. But let's go on straight to our next guest, Zach.
Hey, lads.
How's it going,
Yeah,
Zach? You good,
you
mate?
alright, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Like, I think the word's relieved. Obviously, boring first half. I think no shots on target about sums that up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just buzzing that we got the 3 points. Really. I think all the results this weekend have worked out all right for us. It's kind of good. For obviously, like Kane, what a header to save the ball, headed for the assist. I thought it was just good all in all, really. So just like have to just get the 3 points, man.
I mean, just like you said, in terms of coming into a game at Turf Moor, does it even matter how we play? Just get 3 points. Is that the main objective?
I think like the way they were sitting back in it was just boring. Like just needed to just be digested, man. But we got through it, and that's the main thing, and really. Who was
your standout players today?
I think when Lamella came on, I think Lamella changed the game, innit? I think like when Lamella came on, I thought it freed up space for Kane and Son, and obviously just we just had more impetus when obviously Lamella came on. We was attacking a bit more, just better when he came on. Really, it was nice to see Lo Celso as well get a few minutes. And
I thought Lo Celso was really positive when he came on.
Yeah, he came on sharp, man. The way he touches the ball, it's just fast, isn't it? He just moves that ball much quicker than the others.
I'm seeing people after this game saying, some pundits saying Tottenham didn't deserve the win, they didn't play well, and this proves that they're not going to be challenging or whatnot. But when you have games like we did against West Ham and Newcastle, where we played them off the park and didn't win, and then we have games like today that where we didn't have such a good performance and we did get a game over the line, it's like you can't really win. It's like you have to kind of we shore up the defence against today. And we get over the line, but people saying we didn't play well. So where do you balance that?
I think today was just, if we wouldn't have got this win, like that would have been like title challenge over. Really, like, I think if we're going to push, these are the kind of results that we need, isn't it? Like these are 3 points that you just assume we'd get, and now hopefully this can be the beginning of like a nice run with us having Brighton and West Brom next. So like, do you know what I mean? 1 out of 3 was a good start, really.
I mean, Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal put in a performance like that at Turf Moor and win 1-0. They talk about, all great teams win when they're playing bad. But when Tottenham do it, apparently we're not playing well. You know what I mean? It's a nonsense. It's a nonsense.
I don't know. If Aubameyang would have scored that goal in it, man, they would still be going on about it all week. Do you know
exactly.
What I mean?
About how much steel Arsenal have and all this rubbish.
Like, I was shocked, didn't it? I had money on. I thought Burnley were going to be the one to score a set piece. When we scored it, I was shocked. I was. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was definitely going to be them. But
how important was it to keep that clean sheet today?
I think it is like that. If we're going to do something this season, we can't be letting silly goals in, man. It would have been so disheartening if we'd have come away with nothing, especially that clearance off the line. Like, oh my God, man! I thought it was game over when that was going, and I thought, I'm just going to turn it off.
What position can Harry Kane can't play in? He can play in every position.
Yeah, imagine if we had a team, a full 11 of Harry Kanes, innit? Imagine.
Oh, yeah, but Kane and Son linking up yet again for another goal, even though it's from a corner this time. I mean, how good is that partnership? Like,
sorry, haven't they broke a record or joint a record or something for like Tottenham's best goal combination partners?
Probably, yeah.
It just says it all, doesn't it? Really, like what a partnership, really. Like I think Son as well. Like I always thought Kane was like a lot above Son, but I think Son's like really stepped it up now. I think there's not much in it really. I think Kane's still the man, but there's not much in it now.
No, I think you're right there. But look, Zach, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll speak to you next time.
Nice one.
All right, thank you, man. See you later. Bye.
Right, we've got
Mike Kelly.
Mike coming on off next.
How's it going, Mike?
Great. We finally got a nice 3 points that maybe didn't look like it all the time, so that's good to know. But other than that, no complaints from today.
Is it a sign of a good team to win like that?
I definitely think so. And what I felt like today was just getting that goal. The 2 players, of course, that everyone's going to talk about, Kane and Son, but it's more than just the quality of the players. I think the fact that they've been with the club for so long and they've been through so many of these games, I think at this point, like that we would probably Burnley would nick a draw in that situation. Just to see to the very last minute Harry Kane blocking balls up the pitch just keeping them at bay. Just that's the type of stuff you want to see from your key players, and it's more than just the quality. It's just the effort levels from Kane and Son in particular that got us over the line today.
Was it a bit frustrating though that at least we didn't show some of the attacking play that we have shown this season, because we have been one of the best attacking teams in the league at times throughout the season. Today we didn't really get anywhere near that level.
Yeah, I was going to ask you guys. I thought I was being critical because I've been a huge Jose supporter to this point. I've loved everything from him to this point, but not so much the style of play. I don't think the style of play is him going out there saying, let's not play good football. But I think the question is the team selection today. It almost seems like he's more worried about aerial battles in the first 45 minutes than he is about scoring goals. Why not start with Lo Celso instead of Sissoko and bring Musa on if we're wide open, which I don't think would be the case against Burnley. What are they going to – we always expected maybe they'll score on a set piece or a scrappy goal or something like that, but let's come out and try to impose our will right away. I think Jose might have gave them a little bit too much respect just on the way they play and their physicality, whereas maybe give them a go in the beginning and then adjust if that's a problem at halftime.
I know what you mean. There's kind of a balancing act that Mourinho has to play. And I was talking about that pre-match, about playing your best players and playing players that suit the opposition. And I had a feeling he was going to go more of the latter for this game. I don't know why. I just had that feeling, and exactly what happened. And I think you have to kind of strike that balance. And I think he probably got it a bit wrong today, just because of the way we played. You can't really say that we played well enough to justify his selection. But what you could say is what he tried to do definitely worked in terms of battling Burnley from set pieces, not being vulnerable in terms of Burnley's strengths, because their strengths are getting long balls into their strikers and into their players and using their strengths. So I think that kind of worked, but it definitely took too much away from our attacking play. And I think he'll probably look at that and think of ways he can adjust. But I think you've got to say, from all the struggles we've had from set pieces throughout this season, Burnley's biggest strength is from set pieces. And I know they had one cleared off the line, but other than that, we didn't look too vulnerable today.
No, yeah, exactly. And to be honest, I know we conceded 3 against West Ham, but it's every game this season, it hasn't been like we've been wide open to me. They've been scrappy goals. They've been set-piece goals. So it's been tightening the screws up. So to me, I don't see a reason to change anything attacking-wise, which is why maybe just Ben Davis. I think he's the type of player you play when you're not going to have 70% possession. And maybe you bring him on to tighten it up at the end of the game as well. He saw a ton of the ball early on. And that's for a reason. I mean, nothing against Ben Davis. I think he offers a lot as a squad player. I actually like him a lot as center back. I thought he should be playing center back in Europa League in the upcoming match. But whatever, we got the result. He was in there to win aerial duels.
I thought, me personally, I thought the game was crying out for 2 players, Reguilon and for Lo Celso today. I thought he should have brought on Reguilon at half-time, to be honest, if not started with him for the game. I mean, I don't know what you were feeling about that.
1,000%. I was kind of shouting at the team selection just in general, just like I keep saying, let's go with our I agree with the center-back partnership today. Dyer and Alderweireld
I thought they were both
best.
Outstanding.
Terrific. Other than that one little brain fart, I thought Dyer with the shout for a handball, which in the end it would be a handball. I'm sorry if it's.
What's he trying there? What's he trying?
Yeah, that's just brain dead. There's nothing to just take a touch and bomb it up the pitch with your left foot. It doesn't matter. But what
he didn't have to do what he did. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Just stupid decision, but just so they could even have a shout, it was stupid. I don't think that goal would have stood anyway. But I thought they were great because, yes, in the air, they're very dangerous. But I don't know if we needed to, like you said, bring on Ben Davis for that extra. If you want to start Ben Davis and for that aerial, then why not go through at 3 at the back and put Reguilon on the left and Aurier on the right, and then we have 3 center backs. I think this squad has that capability. So I don't know. I think maybe he overthought it a little bit, but he gets away. We got it. We got the result, and that's all that matters.
All right, brilliant. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Nice
good to chat.
Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming on, mate.
Later,
Good
mate.
to speak to you. That was a good call from Mike.
Yeah, let's bring on Sai, Super Sai.
Sai, come on, Sai.
Hello,
yes,
Sai.
Have we got good signal this time?
We do.
Yeah,
I
no
believe
building
so.
works going on, no trains going
Good.
past. It's
No
all good.
masts, no trains. Everything is
think
good.
it's
We've
all
got
good
3 points.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
exactly.
Si, after that game, I thought you'd be at the train station.
Well, if I did that, you wouldn't be able to see me because it's pitch black at the moment. But that was fantastic 3 points in my opinion, because Burnley, goodness me, what a wasteland. I think it's a game that we always knew was going to be difficult. And I think as much as I was falling asleep, I knew that you had to be this patient in these kind of games. And at the end of the day, we got it, didn't we? So I don't want to hear any negative points. I've got a couple in my head, but I'm not going to hear them because we got 3 points, guys, and we're 5th. Fantastic.
What I want to ask you, Si, the right back situation. Did Matt Doherty do enough today to hold down that spot?
Yeah, I think he was good most of the game. There's a couple of things that he could have done a bit better, but I think our problem was more lacking on the left wing back side today. But yeah, I think between Aurier and Doherty is quite difficult to balance, though. I think they're cool. I do think that has made Serge better and more consistent. So yeah, for me, I don't really have any complaints about Doherty today. I felt he held the game quite well throughout. But yeah, I think like you said, Ben, Reguilón coming on would have been more of an improvement. But, Lo Celso came on. I think he changed the game again a bit and gave us that bit more dynamic up top. I think that's what we missed most of the game. But yeah, I think all round, it's one of those games you have to be really patient. We know what Burnley's like. I think we drew there last year, 1-1. So, that's an improvement on that. And one other thing as well is a clean sheet. That's the big point today.
And Jose, there's been a lot of talk about how he played today, and obviously Jose has made a lot of changes. Well, not a lot of changes, but maybe some changes you wouldn't quite expect. Bringing on Davis, bringing on Doherty. What's that noise? Bringing on into the team to kind of combat the physical nature of Burnley. And given the fact we didn't have the best performance, although we did get a clean sheet. And we didn't really concede from set piece and stuff. Would you say he got it more right or more wrong today?
Si?
I think he anticipated what kind of game it was going to be. Even before the match. We heard that he wasn't too positive in the conference that he had. I think we all anticipated this kind of game from them. And I think he was pretty spot on. We're always going to complain every week that someone isn't playing or someone is playing that shouldn't be, etc. So I think at the end of the day, he put that team, in the hindsight of what was to come. And I think that he knew towards the latter end of the game when Burnley was a bit more tired that we would then put on a couple more of the creative players. And I think it worked out overall. It worked out for him and the team. I thought Ndombele was fantastic again today across the park. So there's some really big positives to draw out of that game. In my opinion, I think he was spot on with everything. Yes, he could have had maybe 1 or 2 players replaced a bit earlier or not selected at all. But I think overall he's done a very good job today, Mr. Mourinho.
All right. That's 3 points on the board. Thank you, Si, for joining us yet again.
One, Si. Good
I'll
to
see you
mate.
next time.
Speak to you soon, mate. Nice one, Si. All right.
Next guest?
Yeah, next guest is Nathan.
Hi, right, Nathan. How's it going?
Hey guys, how are we?
We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
All right.
How are you?
Doing all right.
I'm good. One word, ugly, I think is the right word to describe that game. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an inspiring victory of all sorts. It wasn't a great footballing game, but at the end of the day, at Turf Moor, you just got to get the job done, don't you?
We did get the job done. I do think, however, we did make it hard for ourselves. I know I was saying, Doherty played well, defensively played well. We played well defensively 70% of the time, I thought. Toby and Eric, a few aerial duels with Woods and Barnes, barring the elbow to the face. Other than that, they were a bit suspect. Davis, I just felt like he slowed down the play too much. And Doherty, I felt like he was a bit lost on the wing. When he was encouraged to go forward by the likes of Son and Lamela, he kind of didn't want to. I know he's used to playing that back five or back two side of the wing back. I'm not really sure what his role is in the back four yet. I don't know what he does.
We're talking about Ben Davis.
Doherty.
No, Doherty.
Sorry. Yeah, I think he is struggling a bit to adapt to it. The back four role. I don't think he had his best game today at all. And I think that he was in the team for one reason, that was to combat Burnley's set pieces, and I think he did his job in that from that perspective. Although he did find himself I think he improved in the second half. Than he was in the first half. In the first half, he wasn't great, but I think he kind of made his name at Wolves as this kind of attacking wing back who plays in a five at the back, and he was always arriving at the back post late and getting on the end of things and stuff like that, and getting a lot of goals and assists like that. And when you play in a back four, you can't really afford to do that because you're leaving way too much space in behind. Whereas in a back three, you can afford to kind of make that extra run to the back post and be in the penalty area a lot more because you've got that base of three at the back. So I think he's still kind of adjusting to it, and he's still kind of learning how to play that role. But yeah, I think he wasn't particularly great today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kane was our best player, along with Dombele. Kane is the leader of the team. Barring the armband, I think anyone can agree that he's our best player. Mm-hmm. Just keeping that clean sheet for us, is a massive kick on for the season against Burnley on a Monday night. Because now, like they said before on the big wigs on TV, they said, can you do it on a wet night in Stoke? Really?
Well, we done it on a Monday night in Burnley.
We can't do it on a Monday night in Burnley, so that is probably the new one, and we came away with the win. I think we've put out a good team, but yeah, we've got to kick on and get 6 points out of Brighton and West Brom now.
That's it. We got to kick on now. I mean, these next two games are so important with the run that we've got after that, isn't it?
Well, listen, we're 2 points off top of the league. Yeah. Let's look at it that way. And yeah, we're not title contenders, so we'll say, look at what it says. I think we can be. I think we do need that extra big player, I think, in January to solidify ourselves, but I think we're going in the right direction to be title challengers this season.
All right, brilliant. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Nathan.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for coming on, mate. Nice to see you. A nice little stat for you. Heung-min Son has got 8 goals this season, which is exactly the same as Arsenal. The whole of the Arsenal team after 6 games. So it's a nice little stat.
Shame about the Arsenal.
It could be a running toast. Who's going to get more? Son or Arsenal?
If you're new around here, get your fingers or your mouse on that like button and start liking the video, and the subscribe button as well. Why not? But let's get Matt Hayes. Matt.
Hi guys.
Yeah, how's it going, mate? Good to see you, Matt.
All good after that performance. Well, not the performance, but the results for sure.
Yeah. Did we deserve the win today, Matt?
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations to you on reaching 60,000 subscribers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So congratulations massively on that. Did we deserve the win? I suppose I'd have to say so. I think we beat Burnley at their own game. Whenever Burnley were in possession, we were camped behind the ball, and we just made it impossible for them to get anything out of it. And what's more, the most typical Burnley thing is winning a game 1-0 with a goal from a set piece, and we did that to them tonight. And we all saw these stats going into the game. 78% of the goals we've conceded under Jose Mourinho has been from individual errors or set pieces, and we're going into a game against Burnley. That's the last thing you want to hear. And I think early on in the game, I think they did pose a bit of a threat from set pieces. James Tarkowski got his head on one of them, and of course that other header that Harry Kane somehow managed to clear off the line. So we were a bit we looked a bit vulnerable at set pieces at times, but we of course managed to go get the goal ourselves from a set piece, which I don't think anyone was expecting. Of course, Kane and Son linking up again. But I think we have to give a bit of praise to Hugo Lloris as well, because he didn't have much to do in the first half, but he managed to make those couple of saves. But I think what was even bigger from him was in the last 10 or so minutes when Burnley did start getting it before and they had a few corners and set pieces. All of those balls into the box in the last 2 minutes, Lloris came out and claimed and dealt with them himself and took so much pressure off of us. So I think he does deserve a bit of credit for that. But I absolutely do think we deserve the win because, you don't go to Burnley to win playing pretty football. You go there to grind out a victory, and that's exactly what we did tonight.
Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, I mean, he's not a player that kind of gets the headlines all the time. He's not the ones that everyone talks about man of the match. But how increasingly important is he becoming in this Spurs side?
He's absolutely crucial. And the fact that he's only in there, 6 Premier League games now, and he already seems to be the first name in the team sheet. I do have to admit, at times tonight, I was a bit frustrated with him. He was a bit sloppy in possession. He gave away the ball a few times. There was a few moments where he was out-muscled by players like Josh Brownhill, which he never should be. But it's just, I think, the confidence of having him in that pitch. I was watching the game and I was thinking, like, we obviously used to play a 4-2-3-1 where we had kind of 2 players in that double pivot in midfield. But having Højbjerg in there, essentially, it allows us to switch to a 4-3-3 without losing kind of too much of that attacking onus that we do have, because the players around him can be a bit more adventurous and they can break forward a bit more. We saw Ndombele playing almost as a number 10 at times today. Yeah. And I think that is because of the security that having Højbjerg in there does offer you. And I know having Davis in defence today he's of course a bit more defensive than Reguilon, so I'm sure that kind of played a part in it as well. But he allows us to do so much of the team, because if we are going to play attacking fullbacks, he can drop in between the two centre backs. If we're going to be a bit more kind of structured at the back, he does allow those midfielders around him to go forward, and that's what he talked about his impact without actually taking into account his quality. And he is a sensational player. And I would say he doesn't always do the pretty stuff, but we also saw that double pirouette against Lask during the week. He has a bit of everything. And we saw the ability he does have on the ball, with that assist for Aurier against Man United. He does have a bit of everything, but he's a real midfield enforcer, and he's that player we've been crying out for since we lost Moussa Dembele.
Mm-hmm. And what did you feel about Matt Doherty as well today? Because he had a chance to impress after he's been left out of the last couple of Premier League games. Obviously, he came into the side at the beginning of the season as first choice to play. He started against Everton and Newcastle and Southampton, and he's kind of seen his place lost to Aurier at the moment. But he's back in today. Do you feel like it was more of a tactical decision, or do you feel like he has the shirt at the moment?
I don't think he has a shirt at the moment, to be honest. I think as it stands, Aurier is the number one, and that's kind of my judgment on the performances we've seen so far this season. Everyone has kind of spoken about Doherty. He's kind of struggled to settle in, and I think today was a very good game for him to kind of show what he can do, because Burnley were playing extremely narrow. We saw Charlie Taylor and Matthew Lowton on either side coming in really, really tight, and the space was there for Davis and Doherty. But I think they're a bit tactically, it was difficult for us to get the ball out to them, because they had Goodmanson and McNeil kind of sitting in between, kind of cutting out those passing lanes as well as kind of being part of that low block that they had. So it was difficult to get the ball out to him. But having said that, in the second half, I think Doherty did see a lot more of the ball, and we were kind of trying to force it out to him a bit more than Davis. And he had a few balls into the box that were cleared, but when Burnley have 8 men in the box, it's always going to be hard to pick out a man. But I think what did impress me at times was when the ball went out to Doherty, Charlie Taylor was being pulled out really wide, but Tarkowski and Kevin Long were staying really, really narrow, and Son was making those runs in the inside right channel. There's a few times where Doherty did pick him out. So it's when he kind of finds these clever little passes, he does look a lot better. And it's great when you have the players with the ability to pick out those really clever runs. It's obviously going to help him a lot. But I think it was a mixed bag from him tonight, but a bit more promising than what we've seen, I'd say.
What is it about Tottenham that the pundits just hate? Because, any other top six team puts in a performance like that and wins 1-0 at Burnley, they say, that's what great teams do. They win 1-0 at Burnley. They grind out the result. But when Tottenham do it, they don't deserve to win. What is it? What is this?
Look, it's been happening all along. I can't remember a time when pundits were quick to praise Tottenham, but I knew I was in for a tough night in Sky Sports tonight when before kickoff even happened, Andy Hinchcliffe was asked, "Do you think Tottenham are title competitors?" And he's come out with a blunt no. And I think it's stupid to write off Tottenham now, but I do think it's stupid to write off any team at the moment. I mean, I've said quite a bit. I think Tottenham can win the league, but I also think Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Everton can win the league, because there are a lot of teams in the mix. But I we all know in the past, Jose Mourinho teams have been criticised in the media. It's he called it a campaign against him almost. I don't think that is a thing, but when we're sitting here and we're watching Tottenham go out and do that, it's an ugly performance. It's not. We haven't gone out and played pretty football, but we've ground out a victory. And I can guarantee you, if we go back to last season, if we find Liverpool won at Turf Moor, they'll be praising them for doing the same thing. If we go back 2 seasons ago, actually remember Man City did grind out a win at Turf Moor, and I'm sure they were praising them.
Remember that? Yeah, they did.
I don't know what I don't know what we have to do to actually get that praise. And look, I'm happy in some sense for us to go under the radar, because teams don't take us as seriously. But on the other hand, I would like a bit of recognition for what the team actually managed to accomplish tonight, because it's not easy. It really isn't easy going to Burnley, especially on a Monday night in between 2 Europa League games, to go out and actually give as much as that team did tonight to get that victory over the line.
Exactly. All right, Matt. Thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Thanks for having me, lads. See you.
Good to speak to you, Matt.
All right, absolutely spot on from Matt Hayes, I thought. Let's bring on Marcelo.
Oh, Marcelo.
The Welsh Maldini got his minutes. The Welsh Maldini got his minutes.
Let's go. Sonaldo, bro. Let's go. I told you. Shell Shock FC. I told you it's going to score, bro. What a header.
Marcelo, is it late? Is it late where you are?
Dude, it's hella late, but I don't care, bro. We got them 3 points. Listen. It was a boring game. I don't care. I expected it. You see me right here? I had pajamas on, bro. I was preparing. I had my pillow and everything, bro. I was ready for Turf Moor. I knew these guys were going to show up like that. Viking FC, bro. But it doesn't matter. We got the 3 points. All those pundits, what are you saying? I don't care, bro. They still pay Paul Merson. They still pay Paul Merson to be an analyst, bro. Forget about them. Forget about them. We're winning the league. We're coming for Liverpool. I'm telling you, bro. That's the type of win I want. How many times do teams, West Ham, perfect example, do teams drop points and we just go there? We need to win the game to compete for the title, and we just completely bottle it, and we're Spursies, man. But we didn't do that today. Harry Kane, he might be the best defender in the league. I swear, bro. Did you see that clearance? Oh my God, yes.
Marcelo's on a hype train. Nothing better than Marcelo on a hype train. Was
Let's go.
that the performance of champions, Marcelo?
Listen, Liverpool, they go out there and they barely beat Sheffield United, and they're saying, oh, fantastic, amazing, look at this. And I'm like, nah, bro, come on, give us credit. That's what champions does. We didn't play that well. But like, it isn't about playing the best all the time. It's about winning the game, getting the result, even when you're not playing good, even you're not playing well. I mean, Toby did a fantastic job. We often always struggle with set pieces. We did a great job with set pieces. It shows improvement. And, Chris Wood, he's a good striker, man. Even though I called him Nathaniel Wood last stream, you know what I mean? I mean, there goes my Sky Sports career. Oh, maybe I'll fit in. They're all clowns anyways, bro. I don't care. But yeah, no, Chris Wood, I rate him. I wanted him in January. I thought he was a good backup. He'll be a good backup for us. He's a tough defender. He's physical. And Toby dealt with them. Toby. I mean, the only person I don't want to start is Dyer. I mean, did you see that? Like, that back kick. I don't know what that was. He got really lucky. If that hit Chris Wood's chest, he goes in, he gets a goal, man. I'm telling you.
We'd probably go on and lose the game if we get
exactly
1-0. Yeah.
Panic FC, bro. That's what I'm saying. These guys, they can play good for 80 minutes, but they always have that one moment that just stops our hearts. Mm-hmm. And he got lucky today. You gotta fix that. You gotta be calm. That's what I'm saying. Joe Rodon. I'm telling you, the Welsh Maldini, I keep saying it, bro. And when it's going to happen, I'm going to come in here like Wolf of Wall Street, bro. When this kid starts playing, man. When this kid starts playing, I'm telling you, he's going to change our system. I'm out of breath. You got to ask me a question.
Did he touch the ball?
I don't think he touched the ball, did he?
No, he didn't touch the ball. But it was a man of a match performance. Welsh Maldini. Harry Kane.
Yeah, go on. I want to ask you why you think you said the performance wasn't great. I want to know why you think it wasn't good, and do you think that we need this kind of performance? You need to put in to have more defensive stability, or that that Mourinho changed it to combat Burnley.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know why people are complaining about the lineup. I agree. I thought we needed to go with the physical side. I think if you play a less physical side against Burnley, they just, they're UFC fighters, bro. They're just gonna beat you up the whole game. You know what I mean? It's Vikings FC all over again. But
just all over the pitch.
Yeah, but it's I didn't say it was a bad performance. I thought it was like an average performance. I thought Sissoko looked great. I thought, he was a unit today. Højbjerg wasn't his best performance, but, I mean, the guy's been playing every game. He's just a tank, man. And he didn't have a bad game, but, he could do better. But Harry Kane, man of the match, man. I mean, that clearance is so. Did you see how he read that? He saw. I mean, he's brilliant, man. I mean, if he wasn't such a good striker, I would put him in center back. Like,
all we want is a team of Harry Kanes at the end of the day.
You mean if he wasn't such a
bro.
good striker or attacking midfielder or right winger or probably fullback?
I mean, he's even played in goal before. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, and you know what they're saying about Arsenal this, bro. Those men created a whole interest for Partey just so he can go ghost against Leicester. I don't want to hear it, bro. We got the best DM in North London, bro. His name is Højbjerg. Don't talk
best
to me.
DM in the Premier League.
Dude, he's been the best. I'm telling you.
Talking about Arsenal, same amount of goals as Son this season. Who's going to get more by the end of it?
Oh, Obama who, bro? You're a bum, bro.
Obama what?
Yeah, Obama what, bro? You see what AFTV said? They said, oh, you fear United, bro. Nobody fears you. You're dead. You're dead. You're done out here, bro. Done.
Talk to me about
Rex AFC.
Talk to me about Tongi and Ndombele today. What did you make out of his performance?
Redemption, bro. Remember we were saying, this was the game, he was having a hard time. This is the game where Mourinho criticized him. He showed his physicality. Great pass, touch pass. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what you need. That's what you need in a midfielder. His passes are just so crisp. Great performance. I mean, I would give him man of the match. I thought he was man of the match, in the first half. But, Kane with that assist and clearance, you gotta give him man of the match.
What do we got to do to see him and Lo Celso in the middle with Højbjerg behind them?
Listen, it's going to be hard because, I think Jose is trying to keep a balance of defense, physicality, and offense. Mm-hmm. And maybe Jose sees that if you do like a double pivot with them, it maybe could be too much offense and not enough defense. But I would love to see it. You know what I mean? They're both so good. Lo Celso looked very good, even though I didn't want him to start today or bring him on, but he looked very good. I can't wait for him.
Why would you want to see him come on?
Because he wasn't, he just came off injury, and like I said, I didn't also want to see Bale come in. Burnley they have a history of just giving everybody injuries. I mean, did you see what they did with Toby, man? That was a disgraceful elbow, man. How did he not get a card for that? I mean, come on, Michael Oliver, he's awful. I hate him, but. It doesn't matter, bro. 3 points, cash and grab. Let's go. I don't care. Let's go.
Come on, Marcelo. Thanks for coming on, my friend.
I'll
see you next time. Come on, Spurs.
Come on, Marcelo.
Love Marcelo. He is so
great.
funny, man.
Absolutely love him. Absolutely love him. Oh.
Let's bring on Will Stewart. Yes, Will.
Yes, Will.
Are you in the gym?
What's going on? It's the gym in my house.
How's it going, Will?
He's training to take on Burnley, I think.
Right. Gotta stay strong for them. But there's one thing I gotta clear up real fast for your guys in the chat. 한국 분들이 채팅할 때 좀 예하게를 얘기하십시오. 예? 우리 모든 타트넘 팬들이 손흥민 너무 좋아하니까 한국 이미지 나쁘게를 해주지 마십시오. So basically, what I said was in Korean. For the people in the chat to be respectful, because we all love Son in Korea. So let's try to keep it nice. Is what I said. So.
What's happening in the chat? I haven't seen.
Yeah, but they're just. You got two different crowds over there fighting with each other. So.
Oh, it's because what? Because Kane's assisting and Son's scoring, so it's kind of some people backing up Kane.
You have a lot of Korean fans that are Son fans, but not necessarily Tottenham fans. So they try to get him to go off to other teams. So that's what
no, come on, man. Son is signing a new contract at Tottenham. He's in it for the long haul. Right. He's top goal scorer in the whole league at the moment.
Exactly, same amount of goals as the whole of Arsenal Football Club at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so,
well, talk to me about Son. How do you think he did today? No one's really talking about him. He did, in the end of the day, score the winner with a header. He had another chance just before with.
Give us your answer in Korean, please.
Yeah.
손흥민은 되게 잘하셨네요. 오늘은 잘했죠. But no, he did really good. He tried to. I think he tried to get on the ball. I think that there was no. My frustration is that I really felt going to this game that we needed Reguilon to really kind of occupy their winger or their, right-sided midfielder. Davis just doesn't Davis just doesn't occupy defenders like Reguilon does. So not only is he quick and fast and can really put balls into the box, but he occupies space, especially when they played really narrow, which really kind of helped them to slow us down. And I think if Reguilon would have been there, it would have really forced them to spread their width defensively, allowing it frees up Son. I really do. I really think that he plays a big role in doing that. So.
How important was this win today to get over the line?
Huge.
Get a clean sheet as well, considering everyone dropped points, and despite not playing that well, just to get those 3 points through the door.
I mean, it's absolutely huge. And, our fixtures, last week, this week, and the next 2 weeks are fairly good. So this is a great opportunity to build up some points before we go into a really rough patch, going into game week 9 and 10, 11, 12, where we're playing Liverpool and City and Chelsea, all pretty much like back to back to back. So, if we can stay within a point or two of the top, the next couple of weeks, and then, really, and then get some wins in that stretch where we're playing the top 6 sides, back to back to back. I think that even before January, you could say that we have a good lock on the title. Because if we can, I think we play 3 or 4 out of the top 6 teams almost back to back, right? Right through the month of November.
Yeah.
So if we can get 6 to 9 points out of that stretch, and we win the next 2 on the trot, then I think that we're going to be the team to catch. So,
all right.
I think that it's been huge, but yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Will. Always good chatting to you.
Yeah.
Nice one, Will. And thank you
Speak
for
to you next
your,
time.
Korean, and thank you for your.
If you need a moderator for the chat for the Korean guys, just let me know. I'll do it. So.
All right. Good to know.
Thank you
Good to know
very
we have
much.
someone. Thank you, man.
All right.
Cheers,
See
Will.
you later, man. Let's bring on Alex next.
Alex, come on.
Yes, Alex.
Yes, Alex.
How's it going, mate?
Oh,
you're on mute, I think.
I think you're on mute, Alex.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Oh, there we go.
It's good.
So how are you feeling about Mourinho nowadays? Seeing as, the beginning of the season's passed, we've had a few, decent start after the Everton game. And are you quite happy with how it's going at the moment with Jose?
I'm still skeptical with what's going on at the moment still. I don't think I think today we were very lucky today with what happened today. We were very slow in the first half. There was no movement, I felt. I mean, yeah, we got the goal, which was really good. I still question if Song and Kane are not there, what happens? You see what I'm saying? I just don't feel that, how do we play when Song and Kane are not there?
I mean, Alex, if you take the 2 best players out of anyone's team, they're going to struggle. You take Salah and Mane out of Liverpool, they're going to struggle. You take Aguero and whoever it is, Sterling out of Man City, they're going to struggle. I mean, it's just the way it goes. But
my argument is, can I just argue my case? What I say is that you've got a 25-man squad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you've got a 25-man squad, and you've got to use the squad to your fullest, as far as I'm concerned. So, you can't have that argument. If you're going to say that, because I don't think we're title contenders, I don't think we can talk like that at the moment, because we only how many games in the season now? 5 games in the season. So you can't really have that argument at the moment. You have to take one game at a time. You see, if you're going to say that we're title contenders after beating Man United 6-1. You could say Leicester are title contenders because they beat Manchester City 5-2. You see what I'm saying? So,
100%.
I think it's quite. I think if we look going into March and we're still fighting for the time, we're still up there, maybe. But I would be playing it down at the moment. I'll be trying to try and concentrate on your games and then take it from there. We need to get consistency. It's like. You draw 3-3 against West Ham. We win against Man United 6-1, and then we draw 3-3 against Man United. We need to get consistency. That's
but that was you got to say it was more of a freak than anything drawing that game against West Ham. Conceding 3 goals in 8 minutes. When we're 3-0 up, it's just you got to just take that on the chin. But
that game. Sorry to interrupt you, but that game, the first half, the first 17 minutes of that game were brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Even though West Ham started really good, but then West Ham had more of a ball in that game, and then. It was towards the end of the game. Towards the end of the game, I could see things were just not right in that game. And they brought on Gareth Bell. And Gareth Bell, for me, at the moment, isn't pressing. And the thing is, though, the thing that I don't like about Tottenham at the moment, we don't work hard anymore. We've got no energy. You see what I'm saying? When we don't press, or don't put, press people on the ball. Like for instance, you've got Lamela. For instance, Lamela, he's just pressing. He just keeps on pressing players. He just keeps on going. When a team don't do that, we're in trouble. And that's what I've noticed with Tottenham. It's like we can't always, if we don't have that energy all the time, we always vulnerable. And
I think that's a bit unfair to say. Yes, today I don't think we were fast and pressing, but I think we've seen that from Tottenham this season. We've seen it in the Chelsea game, we've seen it in the Man United game, we've seen it in the Newcastle game, albeit we didn't win that game, and we've seen it in probably other games this season as well. So I think it's a bit unfair.
Yeah, well, I'm going to argue with this. I'm going to argue with that bit. I will say this. Okay, so you're telling me after the what is it? It was during today. Did you see any energy in the team today? Did you see that?
I said to you today, it looked very slow and lethargic. I'm agreeing with you today.
Yeah, and did you see things in the West Ham game? By the way, I'm not having a go at you. I'm just arguing my case. By the way,
look, it's just a football comment. It's all opinions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's opinions. Yeah, so I'm not having an argument with you. But it's just like, did you see when Son came off? Did you see us drop back? You see in the West Ham game. You see what I'm saying? That's my argument. I'm not. The thing is, though, I'm not being harsh and trying to, for the argument's sake. I'm just saying that when you're going to play teams like Manchester City, Leicester, for instance, and I don't keep on saying Leicester City because they look like a team that know how they're playing. And the thing is, I can see it. I can see the plan. I can see the plan, and I can see that we're playing. There is a good feeling in the team. I can see it because there have been people telling me inside the club that there's a good feeling in the club and it's really good and everyone's getting on and everything else. But I mean, there's still things there that just make me feel like, okay, is this going to not really work out? You know what I mean? There's still, we don't know about certain players like Winks, for instance. What is his position? Ali, for instance, what's going to happen with him?
Winks' position is a squad player. That's what he is at the moment.
That's the thing. There's too many questions, I think, and I think people have a go at Davis too much because I think Davis is actually a very good player, a very good utility player. Doherty, he's still settling in. Ndombele, I've got to say, he's absolutely brilliant as well. It's just there's still certain things that just need to be ironed out for me anyway. That's what I'm saying.
But look, Alex, going back on the game today, I know it wasn't the most impressive performance. It wasn't the greatest performance at any stretch of the imagination, but going to Turf Moor is always going to be like that. Always. When you look at the last 2 times we played there, drawing 1-1, losing 2-1, today we've won 1-0, so you've got to give the team credit.
Listen, it's a good result, but again, it's going to be what's going to happen next game now. It's consistency now. If we're going to win things this season, or we need top 4 this season, and that's got to be a target this season, or Europa League. Now, if we get Europa League this season, or get top 4 this season, I'm going to say, yeah, fantastic. Good on him. And I will say this is better than what we used to be before with Pochettino. But at the moment, if you're just going to get a Carabao Cup this season, that's a failure for me. Because people forget, we've taken a loan out. We've literally taken a loan out, because of the losses that we've had last season, So it is a case of, but top 4 is an absolutely crucial thing for Tottenham this season. And we forget we haven't got fans in our stadium at the moment, So it's. I mean, I just think that the focus should be on getting top 4 this season and seeing if we get Europa League. Now, if we get Europa League Cup, I'll tell you right now, I'll give credit to Jose Mourinho, definitely. So you know, I just hopefully he does really well. I see people under me now saying that I'm boring now, but you know, it's my opinion, and if I want to have a battle with me, I'll have a battle any day of the week.
Finish on something positive for us.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. No, listen. We'll see what
Just
happens.
anything positive. Come on.
Listen,
something.
Oh,
clean sheet.
I can hear David in the comment. I can hear David. If you can get David on right now, I'll battle with him any day of the week. Anyway, moving on.
I don't know.
Can we get 2 people on at once?
I didn't.
Yeah, we're gonna get you both on.
Come on then.
Just wait a sec.
All right, we're gonna get. David
can we not? While we're sorting it out, but Alex, can you give me something positive, man? Come on, just anything.
Listen, Kane and Son are really good, and yeah, you can see a little bit of a system here. Yeah, but however, I think very funny.
Can you hear him? You can hear him in the back.
You can try it, yeah, but just come and have your opinion then, and then I'll battle with you, mate. Anytime.
This ain't Spurs Wars, mate. This ain't Spurs Wars. We're all family here. You know what I mean?
Anytime of the week.
We can't hear David.
We can't hear David.
We can't hear him.
I can hear him.
What he's saying. You can hear him. Something's going on out there.
Yeah,
David, save it. We're bringing you on now in a second. We're just. Oh, here we are.
Really?
David and Alex.
Come on. Well, what you got to say, David?
Well, it started with positivity today. We showed maturity, character, mentality. We learned our lessons from the West Ham game. So did Mourinho with his substitutions. He even said that in the press conference after about not bringing on more attacking flair players, just kind of seeing out the result. It's the start of a positive 3 games for us for 12 points. It's 3 points we badly needed. We haven't won at Tottenham in 2 years. And today we got over that little hoodoo. And look, this is games we should be winning if we want to go for the title. And look, Burnley's a tough game to go. If Man City or if Gary Neville's team United there done that tonight, they'll be praising them, absolutely praising them. They dug in deep. These are the games you need to win if you're going for a title challenge. The disrespect we get in the media, and Alex, you definitely don't help.
I completely agree with you, David.
Can I just make a point to David? Why do you have to keep on going back onto Arsenal then? Why are you that bothered about Arsenal? Because at the end of the day, I'm not bothered about Arsenal. I'm bothered about Tottenham, right? And how we play, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't care about Man United and every other team messing up at the moment. It's about us, okay? About us. That's what Pochettino was like. He said it's about us and how we play. You see what I'm saying? And that's how we need to move forward.
How much did we win under Pochettino?
Pardon?
How much did we win under Pochettino?
Yeah, but that's not the point, mate. We would be at this point if Pochettino wasn't in charge. So that's a relevant argument here.
But Pochettino lost his last game at Turf Moor as well.
Pardon?
He lost his last game at Turf Moor as well.
Yeah, but he didn't get back to... You forget, he was at Wembley a couple of seasons ago. We had to deal with that as well as deal with other things as well. And didn't get any back in. We've got back this season. And now Mourinho's got the chance now to move this team forward. Now, if he doesn't get top 4 or gets Europa League this season, it's a failure because Carabao Cup isn't going to be satisfying to what we need to move forward with our team, isn't it? You see what I'm saying? You see, unfortunately, that's the way it is. I mean, listen, I used to be like you Tottenham fans. I used to be like you when I was younger. You see what I'm saying? I used to be important, always like, I'd love to get an FA Cup. But, I mean, reality checks now. When you've got teams like Leicester and you've got teams like Everton or maybe more Leicester and Liverpool who are doing nothing the last how many years, 10 years, they weren't doing nothing. And now look at them now, they've won the title and stuff like that, won Champions Leagues. Tottenham should be following that sort of strategy. We've been going a mess the last couple of years because of the stadium and stuff.
Go on, Alex.
Anyway,
Alex,
I'll
one
let you
thing.
speak.
First of all, the Arsenal comment. The reason why I love bantering Arsenal is because they're rivals. I hate them. It's nice to bring a bit of banter to the show. Personally, I love having a dig. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but
David, you're top quality. Don't stop.
Second of all, what I'd like to say to you is you're there talking about the last 10 years, whatever. You need to remember where we were 10 years ago to where we are now. We now have the best stadium in the world. We now have the best training facilities in the world. We proved we can get some of the best back to some of the best into the team in the world. And as well, we also have one of the best managers in the world who's won the most trophies. Now we've gone from times under Harry Redknapp to now where we are under Mourinho. I firmly believe we're going to push on this season. And look, even Harry Kane said tonight, you need to be positive and you need to get behind the lads. So if the captain's words can't sway you to be positive, well, I don't know what can. I'm not having a dig at you. Look, everyone's entitled to their opinions. But personally, I just think some of your criticism sometimes is a bit harsh on the team.
Well, I respectfully disagree with that, because at the end of the day, I think I'm positive in terms of saying that Kane and Son are fantastic, but I still feel that if you take Son and Kane out the team, what are we going to do? Because that was a lot of the criticism last season.
Yeah, but it's relevant.
Last season we said, Son and Kane weren't here, and then
but now we have Bale, Bergwijn, Lucas, Lamella, Dele. The options are endless.
Kane and Son didn't even start on Thursday night.
Alex, would Liverpool have won the league last year without Salah and Mane playing most of their games? Would City have won the league the season before without Aguero and Sterling?
No, there's no possible about it. There's no chance.
Players when they're playing. That's the fact of the matter. We'll deal with that.
Possibly, but at the end of the day, they wouldn't be complaining about if Kane and Son weren't there. And that's the thing. It's always been the case with Tottenham. It's like saying, "Oh, Kane's not here. Oh, Son's not here. We can't do nothing." And it's just
but we just brought in a backup striker. We've just brought in Gareth Bale. What more do you want? I don't understand.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's about a squad for me. That's what I'm saying.
And that's exactly what we've got.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now. But if you use the squad to the fullest, and that's the proof of the pudding whether we will do something this season, because we're going to have injuries. Kane will get an injury this season.
And Kane just had 90 minutes rest on Thursday night.
And then we'll have.
I know, but that's what I'm trying to say. But I understand what you're trying to say. But that's my argument. You see what I'm saying? What? You might not understand it, but that's my argument.
All right, Alex. Thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone.
Nice one.
Let's get David back on for a second. Is he still there?
Yeah. Still here.
All right, nice one. Hi, David. You're right. We'll get it because you didn't get to talk that much just now. But do you think it would? Obviously, you thought it was a very important win, which it was. But why do you think maybe? Because obviously we didn't play that well, and Alex is right when he says that we didn't have a good performance today. Why do you think we struggled today?
Look, we went there. We played them at their own game today. Me looking at it, the two main talking points today was Ben Davies and Sissoko. I would argue that if we started with Reguilon and Lo Celso, we would have put them to bed earlier. But then again, that's why I'm sitting at home and Marino sitting in the dugout. He started Ben Davies and Sissoko to bully them. I can fully understand his selection. But look, at the end of the day, we got over the line. I told everyone at half time we need to be patient. We will get over the line. We need to try and get behind the team. We don't have the same fragile mentality of past. We also learned on our West Ham experience there last week by grinding out the result. Do you know what I mean? We stayed switched on from set pieces. Harry Kane's clearance off the line there from the corner that time. Do you know? So we are like positive signs today for me is if you look back on the West Ham game a week ago, there's plenty of positives. We showed maturity, we showed mentality, we showed character today. Do you know, Turkmore is an easy place to go. It's do you know what I mean? Like everyone plays Sunday League. It's like going to play your local side out in the country there. Do you know what I mean? They just kick lumps out of you, and sometimes it does take great determination and mentality to get through them games, and that's what we've done today.
It's like going to play a good version of Arsenal the way they're playing at the moment.
Speaking of Arsenal, actually, AFTV. If there's any tissue companies out there like Kleenex or anything, I'd highly advise you to get on there and sponsor them. you're going to make your money. They started crying there last night. DT was nearly in tears. It's going to be a long, hard season for them, so it's definitely worth the gamble.
100%, I completely agree. And the same amount of goals as Son as well this season.
I want to get your opinion on Doherty.
Yeah, Doherty. Look, to be honest with you, I think some people are a bit harsh on him. Like I've seen Sim saying about sometimes getting on the end of things, getting into the box like he was known for at Wolves. Look, he's done that a couple of times. Like against Everton, there he done it. Against Newcastle, I think he had an opportunity. Look, he'll get there. He will get there. Like I said, if the likes of him and Bale and all can find their feet coming into the Christmas period when we play some of the top 6 teams, we're going to be laughing this year. And Doherty, I think we just need to give him time. We have Aurier there anyway. Aurier's playing well. I was very shocked that Aurier didn't start. I predicted that he'd start today. I got that one on. But look, maybe he's thinking of Aurier for the Europa League. I don't know what he sees in.
I think he played Doherty because we played Burnley. I think it was a tactical decision because Doherty's a lot taller and better in the air than Aurier, and he wanted to combat Burnley's strengths.
How great was it to win the game today from a set piece, even though was well?
Yeah, it was sweet. We basically beat Burnley at their own game.
It's typical Mourinho. You couldn't write it like the headlines. The papers are going to love this one.
Yeah, they really will.
Another thing I wanted to say, disrespect, I'm glad you're talking about that we get in the media. They're so biased against us, but I understand why. As a Tottenham fan, we're hated by loads. Takes a strong person to be a Tottenham fan. Look, personally, I think Mourinho, especially at this time, has a lot to do with it because we know there's a bit of bias over in England towards Mourinho. But like even Paul Merson on Soccer Saturday couldn't help himself again. Gary Neville there tonight and Jamie Carragher as well. Like I was saying on with Alex there, like if that was Liverpool, City, United, Chelsea, they would have all been praised tonight.
Even Arsenal.
Yeah, look, even Arsenal. I'm glad Thomas Partey blew up in their face. They were there. We stole the window. The only party in North London last night was the Bardi party. Brilliant, love it. And now we're going to head back there and party tonight. Hopefully rub it in their face a bit. And another one, did you see Thomas Partey's father came out and said that they were actually hoping to go to a Champions League team?
Yeah, I saw that.
They said they were waiting out for a bigger team to come in, didn't they?
Oh, delighted. I'm absolutely delighted. Look, last night I think they finally realised that their club have declined so much over the last 8 years, I would argue, and that they actually starting to realise that they are a mid-table team now, and they're not going to be on our level this year.
I completely agree with you, David. Right. Thank you so much for coming on yet again.
David. Good to see you, mate.
See you, lads.
Come on.
See you next time.
Just quickly, we got a new gold member, Bobby Singh. Welcome to Gold, and we had a super chat from Mourinho FC. Says no negative comments. We just won. All right, let's bring on Ashley. Yes, Ashley, you're right, mate. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, I was really eager to get into that debate as well. I was sat on the sideline saying stuff as well. Really eager to get in that debate.
Whose side were you on?
Obviously, David's.
Talk to me about the game. How do you feel it went?
Yeah, I mean, Burnley's a tough place to go, isn't it? It always has been for every club. Even people say they're bottom of the league at the moment, and they are struggling, but they're just that club. It's a hard place to go, especially away. Turf Moor is a really hard place to go. They just play that sort of game. They stop you from having a lot of attacks. We weren't exactly on our best. I get why we played Doherty and Davis on the wing backs. I wasn't exactly thrilled about it. But I get why we played that tactic, but I just don't think with them on the wings we could be attacking enough. I just don't think we could have the pace as we normally do, and that's what stopped us from attacking so much, personally. But
ultimately, isn't it just about getting 3 points today in a stadium that we haven't won in over 2 years? You know what I mean? And a team, it was always going to be a game like that today. So surely it was just most important just to get 3 points on the board.
Yeah, to be honest, Ben, I think I've said this before in the chat before. The small clubs, I mean, every club obviously, but the small clubs is the games that you've got to just get 3 points. Don't matter how you get the 3 points, getting the 3 points is what matters. I think people tend to forget sometimes the smaller teams are harder to play than the big teams. Like when you play like Liverpool or Arsenal, you look at any top team, Man City, Liverpool, us, Man United, we all struggle against small teams because the smaller teams have that tactic. They know how to play against big teams. They know how to stop big teams from scoring. And they're the games that are important. I mean, obviously the Newcastle and the West Ham is very disappointing because obviously if we got them points in the bag, you know, we could be really, really. And they are the games, as I said, we do need to win. But yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. I mean, we're in a good position. I don't know how anyone can act like, you know, saying, oh, if we don't get top 4, like we're playing really bad. You know, we're what, 5th and we're 2 points off top at the moment. We're Man City, or where are they at the moment? 12th, 11th?
Like that, yeah. And Manchester United are like 16th or something.
So I don't know what people's brains are about sometimes, but anyway.
Who really impressed you tonight for Spurs?
That's tricky. I think Toby did well. I did say before about Toby, I like Toby. I mean, Dyer, I don't like, as I said before, but I said Toby coming in would be good, and I was quite impressed by Toby. Obviously, Son again. I think, obviously, people say about the Kane, and obviously, yes, I love Kane, same as everyone, but, you know, like I said, I think having Son there is the reason Kane can do them balls. If we didn't have Son there, he wouldn't have anyone to get them balls too. So Son and Toby were my 2 standout players because I can't separate them today.
All right. Thank you very much, Ashley. Good to chat to you.
See you, mate.
Always. See you later, guys. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on.
And I think
Ariane
next. Penultimate. Yes, Ariane.
Yes, Ariane. You good. Ben Davis FC.
Yeah, exactly. Come on. Let's give us a Ben Davis rundown.
Ben Davis watch. I want to know. Player cam.
You see this? Every day I start to regret this.
You weren't regretting it on Thursday night.
No, I'm kidding. I still love him, but this game was an absolute shocker. I don't know what he was doing. Defensively, he was very average. Very average. Offensively, he was dreadful. You know, people are saying they played a very narrow formation, and you have someone like Ben Davies on the ball a lot, and he doesn't know what to do with it. This guy's not used to getting the ball. The only thing he thinks of is pass back. Every time he just doesn't know how to get forward. I don't understand why he's like this, but anyways.
Well, you should know more than most why he's
exactly.
He's like this, but I know that he is like this. So, which is why, you know, I think he's going to operate much better as a left-sided center back when he gets that offensive responsibility off his shoulders and he has that passing range that center backs often don't.
I agree with you.
You know.
But what do you make of the game overall? It was a real scrappy win. Obviously, we didn't have. I think was Son's our first shot on target. Was that our first shot on target when Son scored? It might have been.
I think it was. You know.
And I think, and you know, it was a real. We really scraped by, but it was one of those games where you just got to get over the line.
Look, I don't understand. I hate all of these fans that, like, especially that Alex guy. Like, I'm sorry, that interview was killing me on the inside. What are you saying? This guy, what are you going to do when Son and Kane? What are you going to do? Every team you take players out. What are you going to do when, Arsenal don't have any good players? What are you going to do when Manchester City lose De Bruyne and Aguero? What are you going to do?
Aguero, Salah and Mane, you know, the list can go on, you know what I mean? Suarez.
And whoever else is good, and Leicester, the ultimate, whoever, he kept mentioning Leicester. What are they going to do when Vardy leaves, huh?
Take Messi and Suarez out of the best Barcelona side ever. Are they any good anymore?
No, it's a ridiculous argument. What are you going to do when your 2 world-class star players leave? I don't know. Like that, you're not supposed to plan for that, and we do have backups. We have Vinicius, so Kane doesn't get injured, like you said. We even have Vinicius; he can play on the left as well. We have players like Bergwijn. We have Bale now. We have such good depth that even if, God forbid, they do get injured, we don't have like we're not going to crumble. We're probably not going to get a title challenging form anymore. We're still going to keep top 4, even if they get injured with the team that we still have. And he's like, oh, if we just win the Carabao Cup, it's a disappointment. You know what else is a disappointment? Not winning a trophy for 12 whole years. Why are you complaining about winning 1 trophy this season? I don't understand why he's so negative. It just kills me seeing that.
I think he misses Pochettino, and I can understand it. But we moved on from it. I think we've got a new and improved squad under a world-class manager in Jose Mourinho, who's really moulding it into his own. And you think games like today Do you think performances like today prove more that we are ready for a title challenge, or prove more that we're not ready yet?
We proved today that we're not just a team that likes to play pretty football. We're a team that wants to win games. We're a serious team. We want to win the biggest trophies in English football, and that's how you have to win them. You can't just always go in playing Tottenham Hotspur football, always flashy, always flicks. And Ndombele played pretty well this game, and he was the only one trying to do that. We came in with an ugly performance, got a scrappy 1-0 win. I don't care. That's 3 points on the board. That's all you have to do to get the title. Liverpool, how many last-minute goals did they have last season? And some of them were penalties. Yeah. And people were like, "Oh, this team is insane." Yeah, it's a good team, but even they had to scrap some wins. But they kept getting praise. It's
Does it prove how much we've grown as a team from last season? Because if we had this performance in last season, we probably would have lost that game or drawn.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what it also shows is I want to really, really praise Jose Mourinho because I remember last season, I'm one of the most optimistic fans, and some people hate it. It's kind of to the point of delusion at times, I'll admit, but
at least you could admit it.
Yeah. I kept saying, you know what, Mourinho's the best manager in the world. I don't care. I don't want any of this Klopp nonsense. I don't want any of this Pep nonsense. No, I kept backing Mourinho. People were like, what are you talking about? We're not even ready for a title challenge. We're not even ready for this. We're not ready for that. And like, oh, it's a 40-point gap you got to bridge with Liverpool. Look what we've done. It's a 1-point gap right now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a 1 or 2-point gap.
And I got Van Dijk out for the season.
Yeah, it's more than possible we can go out and win the league.
And you never know if Salah and Mane get injured. What are they going to do?
Yeah, what are they going to do? Oh, this world-class team. They have Diogo Jota and Jordan Shaqiri. I bet they're going to get a lot.
All right, Ariane. Always a pleasure speaking
Ariane.
to you, mate. Thanks for coming on.
Good to see you, mate.
All right, thanks for having
me. All right, nice one.
And last but not least, let's go to Nick.
Nick Achilles. Yes, Nick. Yes. How you doing, mate? You good?
What's up?
I'm good,
it's all
mate.
good, Nick.
Tell me what's up.
Was that a sign of a good team, or was that a sign of a team that didn't play very well? Well, I don't think I phrased that question right, but you know what I meant.
Did we get lucky, or was it a good? Oh, has he gone off?
Your audio's gone.
Your audio just went. It was going.
We can't hear you,
and now it's gone.
Sorry, mate.
There you go.
Now we can hear you.
There you go.
Yeah, we got the win. We grinded out the win. That's the main thing.
And you think that was kind of how important was it to get that clean sheet as well? Because everyone's been banging on about how poor our defence was, and after conceding 3 goals in 8 minutes against West Ham, everyone's saying that's the only thing holding us back from kind of a serious challenge for the title. And to come away from Burnley with a clean sheet tonight and conceding no goals from set pieces or anything, how important was that?
Oh, that's very important. That's 2 clean sheets now in a row. 1 week in the Europe and 1 today.
Exactly. Who impressed you tonight?
I think the whole defence were very good. And Son and Harry Kane were good as well.
And how important was it,
but just before we scored that goal, Harry Kane done a good clearance off the line.
Brilliant. Match-saving clearance, I thought.
So really, that was like a goal, defensive goal.
Yeah, it's true. And it was only 4 minutes before we scored our own goal. But who was your man of the match?
Probably Son or Harry Kane or Toby.
We're going to get another clean sheet midweek. Make it
it's going to be a tough match. They won 5 games in a row.
Yeah, and they had a great
Belgium League.
They had a great win away at Ludogorets as well in the Europa League, didn't they?
Yeah, I think if we win or get a draw, we're still top of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be all right, shouldn't it? But yeah.
I think we might win 2-1.
2-1, so we're not going to keep a clean sheet.
No, 2-1 or 2-0.
All right. Nick, thank you so much for coming on,
Talking about Harry Kane and Son.
Yeah, go on.
Son's got 8 goals in the league and Harry Kane's got 8 assists.
And how many goals have Arsenal got?
Son's got 8. All the goals what Arsenal's got.
Exactly. Nice one, Nick.
And as I say to Arsenal fans, mind the gap.
Hey, no, I've got to bring that back again.
They might lose. They're playing Man United next week.
Right.
And if we win, we'd be 5 points ahead if we beat Brighton.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be nice. All right.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
All right,
Nice one,
that's-
Nick. Good to speak to you, mate.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, Nick.
All right, that is a brilliant, a mammoth show with a bit of technical difficulty, but thank you everyone for joining us today. If you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button while you're there as well. I just want to tell you about our next few streams that are happening. Our next stream will be on Thursday for the watch along. And then we'll do the post-match show after, and then we'll do a pre-match show on Friday for the upcoming game against Brighton this weekend, and then obviously we'll have all the match day stuff for the Brighton game. So a busy period over the next few days for us. We'll have the player ratings out for you tomorrow. So yeah, I'd just like to say thank you very much everyone for joining us. And also, before I go, I want to mention our new shop that we've just opened. It goes to www.WeAreTottenhamTV.shop, and you've got until 5 p.m. tomorrow to claim this discount that's on your screen right now, 15% off with the discount code BURTOT, and you could get these brilliant shirts. Well, I think they're brilliant anyway.
You might be biased.
But anyway, yeah, thank you very much for joining us today. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always,
come on you Spurs.
We are Tottenham TV here, and we have got some really exciting news to bring to you today. We have got some amazing prizes for you to give away over the next 4 months. And first of all, though, I want to talk to you about memberships and how you can join and what it's all about. Sim, tell us more about these memberships.
So currently we have 2 tiers of membership live on the channel. We have the silver tier and we have the gold tier of memberships. What you get with the silver tier is you get shout outs, it's general support for the channel, and you get customized emojis. And for the gold tier, you get priority on our fan show, and you get entered into a prize draw at the end of every month. It will be drawn live on our last watch along on every month, and we have 3 tiers of prizes we're going to be giving away each month to all our gold members. So what can you tell us more about the prizes?
I mean, these prizes are really exciting. I'm going to go from bottom to top. The bottom prize, so that we'll be giving away 3 prizes, like my brother said, every month. The first one will be given away on the Antwerp watch along on the 29th of October. So the number 3 prize will be flags and programs, so you'll get drawn out at random. Number 3, so the first person to get called out will get a flag and a program. The second prize will be a We Are Tottenham TV t-shirt. No, not like this scrabby one that I'm wearing, but we have ordered some really nice new material, new colours. They are really nice, so keep your eye out for that. So the second prize will be a We Are Tottenham TV shirt, and the number 1 prize, Sim, the big boy prize for the next 4 months are signed shirts. So the first month we'll be giving away a signed t-shirt, last year's Tottenham Hotspur shirt by Toby Alderweireld. The next month we'll be giving away a signed shirt from the Champions League year of Ledley King and Graham Roberts. And the last 2 months, this one's really exciting, we have got 2 shirts sponsored by William Hill that is signed by the entire squad, the entire Tottenham Hotspur squad of last year on last year's shirt. So we've got 2 of those to give away for the last 2 months.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. You have to be a gold member to be eligible to win these prizes and to be entered into the draw at the end of every month. So to make sure that you're signed up, you need to scroll down to the join button, click join, and become a gold member today. Obviously, you also have priority on the fan cams, on the fan show as well, if you sign up to be a gold member, so you can beat the queues and have your say after. We do a fan show after every single game this season, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And we do fan shows throughout the season reacting to certain topics, so you get priority on that if you're a gold member. So make sure you scroll down and join.
Exactly. So I just want to say thank you so much to all of you out there for all the support. To be eligible to win this, all you need to do is scroll down, click join, and join our gold membership. Once again, thank you all for the support, for the continued support for all. I think it's been about 3 or 4 years we've been doing this.
Yeah,
now,
a long
so,
time.
I
But
mean,
we want to give something back. So we're doing surprise draws. This is on top of the live watch along Harry Kane giveaway that we do for every single game. And all you have to do is be subscribed to win Spurs prizes for that. So we're just giving away prizes left, right, and centre, aren't we?
We are indeed. I mean, we love giving back to you. We appreciate all the support you've given us on all over the years. So look, thank you very much. Click join our gold membership, be eligible to win these great prizes. And yeah, thank you very much. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.